To serve with love, part 4. To serve with love, part 4. Chapter 17. The yearly report of the Students' Council was on November 15th and was one of the important days in the calendar of the Greenslade School. I had heard quite a deal about these occasions and became as excited as the children as the day approached. It was entirely their day, arranged, presented, and controlled by them. I observed the activities of my class as they prepared for it. Nothing with the pride, business-like way, which tasks were allocated and fitted into the near program. There were whispered conferences with a member of other classes in arrangement of it. On that day there was no assembly. The children arrived smartly dressed and polished, and Miss Joseph and Denham, who seemed to be the important official for the occasion, moved about among their colleagues, ensuring that each one was ready to play his or her part. Half-yearly reports of the students. Means at the time of the program, on 15, the important report was given by the students about E.R. Braithwaite. That report was as excited as the report available in the mind of E.R. Braithwaite. All members were present there, but that report was not like a business report, but it was the task allocated, fitted into the nearest program. In the same programs, two members were participated, Mr. Joseph and Denham. They were the important official in the same program. They on the same occasion, their colleagues ensuring that each one was ready to play his or her part in the same program. एकूण अर्धवर्षाच्या यामध्ये प्रामुख्याने नोव्हेंबर 15ला ही मीटिंग घेण्यात आली आणि ही मीटिंग प्रामुख्याने ग्रीन्सलँड यांच्या कॅलेंडरनुसार घेण्यात आलेली होती. यामध्ये हा कार्यक्रम जो आहे अत्यंत उत्साहवर्धक असा कार्यक्रम होता. यामध्ये लेखकाने सांगितलेलं आहे की हा कार्यक्रम म्हणजे केवळ बिझनेस नव्हता किंवा तर कोणता व्यवसाय नव्हता, तर विद्यार्थ्यांनी केलेला रिपोर्ट होता. आणि विद्यार्थ्यांनी जो रिपोर्ट या असणाऱ्या पार्ट 4 मध्ये दिला तो अत्यंत आनंददायी होता. त्यामुळं E.R. ब्रेथवेट याला स्वतःला एक आनंदी आहे, एक नशीबवान आहे असं वाटलं. या कार्यक्रमामध्ये प्रामुख्याने 2 व्यक्तींचा समावेश करण्यात आला होता. ते म्हणजे मिस जोसेफ आणि डेनहॅम. यांनी उत्कृष्ट प्रकारचा पेहराव कपडे परिधान केलेली होती आणि ते आपल्या सहकार्याच्या सभेत त्या ठिकाणी आल्यामुळं प्रत्येकाची हिजी किंवा त्याची भूमिका यामध्ये महत्वाची होती. नेक्स्ट पॅरेग्राफ. अ बेल वॉज रंग at 10 a.m. and everyone trooped into the auditorium to sit together in classes. Miss Joseph and Denham, the two most senior students, sat on the stage, one on each side. Mr. Florian was, as soon as everyone was seated and silent, stood and addressed the school. He spoke at length, reiterating the aims and policy of the school and of the important contribution which a child could make a furtherance of those aims. He gave praise wherever it was indicated, but insisted that there was yet a great deal by done by themselves towards the general improvement in conduct. The meeting was started at 10 a.m. and the chief guest of this meeting was Mr. Florian, the headmaster of the same school. In the same program, 2 representatives of the students were available. That is our Miss Joseph and Denham. He addressed the principal, addressed to the school, and in the address he had explained that what is the role of the student about the school and the importance contribution of the children for their school. Those important ideas are explained by the headmaster in his own speech. In the same speech, he also explained that there was yet a great deal become by themselves. Means there is a great deal for the students and the conduct of the students, and that conduct is very important to improve or to change the nature or the behavior of the student. या कार्यक्रम जो आहे हा कार्यक्रम सकाळी 10 वाजता चालू झाला. या कार्यक्रमामध्ये एक विद्यार्थ्यांनी सहभाग घेतला होता. याच्यामध्ये मिस जोसेफ आणि डेनहॅम यांनी सहभाग घेतला. त्याचप्रमाणे या कार्यक्रमाचे प्रमुख जे आहेत ते मिस्टर फ्लोरियन, हेडमास्टर ऑफ द स्कूल, यांनी या कार्यक्रमामध्ये ॲड्रेसिव्ह स्पीचमध्ये त्याने आपली भूमिका काय ही व्यक्त केली. त्याचप्रमाणे विद्यार्थ्यांनी भविष्यामध्ये कोणती आव्हानं आहेत हे यामध्ये त्यांनी आपलं मत व्यक्त केलं आणि प्रत्येकजण आपापल्या सीटमध्ये येऊन बसलेला होता. आणि अशा वेळेला त्यांनी सांगितलं की विद्यार्थ्यांच्या वर्तनामध्ये बदल करण्यात यावा असंही त्यांनी आपल्या भाषणामध्ये, उपदेशपर भाषणामध्ये मत व्यक्त केलं. Cleanliness and the pursuit of the knowledge. As I listened, I realized that this man was in no way too remote from the school. His remark all showed that the identified himself with everyone, them, and wished them success with the council meeting that left the stage of tremendous applause. The pursuit of knowledge. Florian also explained the pursuit of knowledge is very important. He also remarked that everyone should wish the success of the council of the meeting left the stage of the tremendous applause. When he had explained his important role and the duties of the student about the school, everyone liked that speech, so applauded him very much. फ्लोरियन ज्या वेळेला स्टेजवरती येतात त्यावेळी त्याने आपल्या भाषणामध्ये विद्यार्थ्याची शाळेप्रती काय अपेक्षा आहे, शाळेप्रती विद्यार्थ्याची काय भूमिका आहे, त्याचं वर्तन कसं असावं या बाबी त्यामध्ये त्याने व्यक्त केल्या. आणि या 2 बाबी प्रामुख्याने सभागृहाला खूप आवडल्या. आणि या 2 बाबी सभागृहाला आवडल्यानंतर सभागृहातील सर्वांनी मोठ्या टाळ्यांच्या गजरामध्ये यांना दाद दिली. Things now moved quickly into the gear. First, Miss Joseph stood up and gave the short explanation of the council's purposes and activities. Each class would report through the representative on the studies pursued during the half year, which began after Easter, and representative having been chosen for each subject. Miss Joseph stood on the among the meeting, and he had explained that in a short way the role of the students about his study, how to study and how to prepare yourself. That's the important information given by Miss Joseph in his speech, and each and every member or the representative of the class has explained their roles and responsibilities about the schools. ज्यावेळेला या कार्यक्रमामध्ये मिस जोसेफ उभी राहतील ती सांगते की विद्यार्थ्यांची शाळेप्रती, मीटिंगप्रती कोणती अपेक्षा आहे ही तिने व्यक्त केली. आणि अशा प्रकारे प्रत्येक वर्गातल्या एका विद्यार्थ्यानं आपली भूमिका स्पष्ट करत गेला आणि त्या विषयानुसार त्याने आपली भूमिका मांडत गेले. When all the classes completed the report, panel of teacher would be invited to occupy the stage and answer question from body hall of matters arising out of the various report, and the selection of the panel with everything else was entirely at the discretion of the children, and no member staff knew either how many of which teacher would invited so it. Each and every representative of the meeting has explained their important role related to the schools and colleges. At that time, the governing council was standing in front of them, and they listened carefully the various reports given by the students related with the school, and they had given report or reply of their answer, but they did not counted that how many members were invited in the same meeting that was totally in a hidden matter. प्रत्येक विद्यार्थी हा त्या ठिकाणी उभा राहतो स्टेजवरती आणि त्यानं शाळेप्रती असणारी भूमिका जी काही सर्व भूमिका प्रत्येक क्लासमधल्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारे व्यक्त केल्या आणि ही व्यक्त केल्यानंतर मीटिंगचे बॉडी जे आहे गव्हर्निंग काउन्सिल आहे त्यांनी ते ऐकून घेतल्या आणि त्याच्या पद्धतीने त्याच्यावरती प्रत्युत्तर किंवा रिप्लाय देण्याचा प्रयत्न केला. परंतु सदर मीटिंगमध्ये किती लोकांना इन्व्हाइट केलं होतं याचा मात्र निश्चित आकडा देण्यात आला नव्हता. The reports began with the lowest and youngest class. These were mainly 12 years old who had joined the school previous summer. Most of them were shy and rather frightened, standing up before their entire school. Nevertheless, they managed creditably. They had seen newly introduced to the difficulties of seeking information themselves. The report was understandably rather short, means stepwise. Stepwise report was given according to descending order. According to descending order, each and every class representative has given report. In the same report, they had given the best solutions in front of the committee. A new member was there who had taken admission in summer, but he was also participated in the same meeting. But there was a rather fear in his mind, but he tried his level best to give the correct report related with the meeting. आता मीटिंगची सुरुवात जी झाली ही वरून खाली झालेली होती, पण खालून वर म्हणजे लहान वर्गापासून मोठ्या वर्गापर्यंतची सुरुवात झाली आणि वर्गातल्या प्रत्येक प्रतिनिधीने आपली भूमिका काय आहे हे मीटिंग प्रति आपली भूमिका आहे मत व्यक्त केलं आणि अशा टप्प्याटप्प्याने प्रत्येक रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्हचं प्रतिनिधीचं मत ऐकत गेलं. पण एक नवीन विद्यार्थी जो समरमध्ये सहभागी झाला होता त्यानं सुद्धा आपली भूमिका स्पष्ट केली आणि यातून आपल्याला लक्षात येतं की विद्यार्थी ज्यावेळी बोलायला उभा राहतो त्यावेळी तो स्वतः निर्दय धाडशीपणे उभा राहतो असे त्या मनामध्ये धाडस निर्माण होतं हे यातून आपल्याला निश्चित दिसून येतं. नाउ पॅरेग्राफ लास्ट. Class after class was represented, it was obvious that with each succeeding term, there was a marked development in their ability to express themselves. Means the ability was developed in the mind of the students when they are standing among the people or among the meeting and explaining their own role. ज्यावेळेला मीटिंगमध्ये एखादा विद्यार्थी उभा राहतो आणि आपली भूमिका व्यक्त करतो त्यावेळी त्याच्यामध्ये निश्चित धाडस निर्माण झालेलं असतं असं म्हटलेलं आहे. मच ऑफ द वर्क वॉज रॅदर एलिमेंटरी बट टू देम इट loomed large because they understand something of relationship to themselves. The work was on the first stage. But they are explaining their own opinion in front of the people. That shows the daring of the same students. आता मीटिंगमध्ये जे वर्क चालू होतं एक प्राथमिक स्वरूपामध्ये वर्क होतं तरी देखील त्यांनी ते एक्सप्लेन केलं. यावरून धाडस हा मुद्दा या ठिकाणी स्पष्ट होतो हे इथं सांगितलेलं आहे. Throughout the report of emphasis was on that understood rather than on what they were expected to learn. When the turn of my class came, I sat up anxiously from the list he held in his hand. Denham called out the names of the representatives together with the subject on which they would report. In the same meeting, the writer remained silent because there was not a time on him to stand. So he remained silent and he was very anxious about the report. But his student Denham had given the best report in the same meeting as a representative of Denham's lower school. And the subjects which they report, those subjects are given follow. That is Potter for arithmetic, Sapino for nature study, Miss Peg and Jackson for geography, Miss Dare and Permanent for psychology, Miss Dodd for history, Denham for PT and games, Miss Joseph for domestic science. Here is the fourth part of To Serve with Love. Thank you. सदर मीटिंगमध्ये मिस्टर ए आर ब्रेथवेट हा थोडासा चिंतित मुद्रेमध्ये बसलेले होते. परंतु डेनहॅमच्या मीटिंगमध्ये वेगवेगळ्या प्रतिनिधीची नावं सांगितली आणि त्यामुळे सदर विशेष शिक्षणची नावं याच्या खाली दिलेली आहेत. पॉटर यांचा गणित विषय आहे. सॅपिनिओ हा निसर्ग अभ्यास याच्यासाठी आहेत. मिस पेग आणि जॅक्सन यांना भूगोल विषय आहे. मिस डेअर आणि फर्मन यांचा मानसशास्त्र. मिस डॉड यांनी इतिहास विषय घेतला आहे. डेनॅमनं पीट आणि गेम्स हा विषय घेतला आहे. तर जोसेफ यांचा ग्रह विज्ञान किंवा डोमेस्टिक सायन्स हा आहे. यानंतर पुढील पॅरेग्राफ. आय फेल्ट टेरिबली प्लीडेड and proud of to see the confident courtesy with the Denham used the term. Miss, in addressing each of their senior girls, I felt sure that this would in itself something for younger one to aim at sort of badges young adulthood. As their names were called, they walked up to the stage and took their seats. Commendable gravity. Miss Joseph then gave the short address and said that their lesson had a particular bias towards the brotherhood of mankind, and they had been learning through each subject how all combined in interpretation, and in spite of the geographical location, different in colors, races, and creeds. Then she called on Potter. Potter went on to speak work they had done on weights and measures of the relationship between kilogram and pound. In the meeting, each and every representative from the class has explained their rule, but whenever the Denham stood and called Miss to all his colleagues, then your brother feel proud of the same student that he had called each and every member in respectable manner. Whenever he had called each and every member, the member from each class had seated in their seat, and that picture liked very much to the writer. Learning from each subject, and then interdependently they stood there. But when he was called Miss Potter, when he called Potter, the arithmetic teacher, he came there and he had explained the role of arithmetic in human life and weights and measures of the relationship between kilograms and pound. या मीटिंगमध्ये ज्या वेळेला प्रत्येकाचे विषय स्पष्ट करण्यात आले, त्यावेळेलाच त्यामध्ये डेनेम हा विद्यार्थी उठतो आणि प्रत्येकाला मिस या नावानं तो संबोधितो. त्यावेळेला त्या विद्यार्थ्याच्याकडे असणारा रिस्पेक्ट वगैरे या बाबी लेखकाला खूप आवडतात. आणि अशा प्रकारे प्रत्येक विभागाचा एक एक प्रतिनिधी येऊन हा त्या ठिकाणी बसतो आणि स्थानापन्न झाल्यानंतर मग शेवटी पॉटर जे आहेत, पॉटर हे गणिताचे शिक्षक आहेत. हे गणिताच्या शिक्षकांनी यामध्ये आपली प्रत्येक विषयाची भूमिका मांडण्याऐवजी आपल्या गणितापुरती त्यांनी आपली भूमिका मांडली. त्याच्यामध्ये वजन आणि मोजमाप आणि किलोग्रॅम आणि पाऊंड यामध्ये असणारं कोणतं नातं आहे हे स्पष्ट केलं. मीटर आणि फूट यामध्ये काय अंतर आहे, काय फरक आहे हे त्यांनी स्पष्ट केलं. ही सेड दॅट throughout the world one or other two methods are either in use, understood that it was symbol of the greater understanding which is being accomplished between people. Sapino, and he had explained the relationship between meter and feet in a short language, in an easy language, and each and every member liked very much. Next member came there, the nature study teacher, name of that teacher Sapino. Sapino came there and spoke the study of class made best, especially black rot on the wheat, ball wheel on cotton, and the Colorado beetle on potatoes. He showed how many countries had pooled their knowledge and result of research on the behavior, breeding habit of migration of this pest. Nature, the role of the nature he has explained by the Sapino nature teacher. He spoke about the pest and the black rot on the wheat, and weevil on cotton, Colorado beetles on potatoes. Means in his lecture, Sapien has explained the various aspects of the nature available in our day-to-day life. For example, black rot on wheat, घावावरती असणारा तांबेरा याचं त्याने वर्णन त्या ठिकाणी केलेलं आहे. बटाट्यावरती असणारे काळे डाग याही बाबी इथं त्याने स्पष्ट केले. आणि अशा प्रकारे वेगळ्या ब्रीडमध्ये वेगवेगळ्या वनस्पतीमध्ये कोणकोणत्या प्रकारचे नेचरचे परिणाम राहतात, निसर्गाचे परिणाम राहतात, हे यांनी आपल्या बोलण्यामध्ये व्यक्त केलेलं आहे. त्यानंतर मिस पेग अँड जॅक्सन डिवायडेड द रिपोर्ट ऑफ द जॉग्राफी बिटवीन देम. Jackson spoke first on the distribution of mineral deposited and vegetable produce over the earth's surface, how country rich in one was often deficient in other, and the interdependence which inevitably followed. आता मिस पेग आणि जॅक्सन जे आहेत याने आपला रोल व्यक्त केला आहे. ते काय म्हणतात की द टोटल geography between man and the vegetable, they are equal, but the total change of the geography is made on the human and vegetables also. It is the interchange or the interdependent change in human and nature. Next, Miss Peck dealt with the human relationships stressing problem facing post-war world for feeding, clothing and housing population. Also made the reference to thousands of refugees, stateless and unwanted. In his explanation, Mr. Peck has explained that the effects of the World War are very dangerous, and the war is responsible for the migration of the people, and they are taking refuge in other countries or in other states, and that was the important effects of the World War on human behavior or the settlement of the human. When called made a signal someone on stage, Wells Allison appeared bearing a skeleton between them, and together a sort of gallows. In this last line, Wells and Allison appeared on the stage and they had brought the skeleton with them, and there is a sort of gallows. आता यामध्ये प्रामुख्यानं जॅक्सनने सांगितले जॉग्राफी, भूगोल, वर्ल्ड वॉर जो झाला, जागतिक महायुद्ध झालं, या जागतिक महायुद्धामुळं मानवी जीवनावरती खूप मोठे परिणाम झाले, आणि या महायुद्धामुळे माणसं स्थलांतरित झाली. माणसं स्थलांतरित झाल्यानंतर या माणसाने स्थलांतराबरोबर आपल्याला स्वतःच्या वस्ती तयार केल्या, वसाहती तयार केलेल्या आहेत, आणि या वसाहती तयार करत असताना त्याने त्या ठिकाणीच वास्तव्य करायचं ठरवलं. परंतु थोड्या वेळामध्ये स्टेजवरती जे युनिसेफचे विद्यार्थी आलेले आहेत, युनिसेफचे विद्यार्थी फर्मन वगैरे, त्यांनी सांगितलं की येताना बरोबर हाडाचा सापळा आणलेला होता. तो सगळ्यांना दाखवलं. बरोबर सगळ्यांच्या मध्ये मोठ्या प्रकारचं कुतूहल किंवा एक प्रकारचा इंटरेस्ट निर्माण झाला. इथे हा पार्ट नंबर 4 संपतो. थँक्यू.